So welcome to Roo Sports. In this video, we're gonna show you something you gotta stop doing. Seriously. And that's running through our shots. Or not even running like full-blown sprinting, but just moving our feet too much while we're hitting shots. It causes us to be inconsistent. It causes us to hit the very outside of the paddle. So if you want some more consistency, to be able to hang in there for longer points, we gotta make sure we stop doing it. So the very first spot that we do this the most is on returns. So when we're returning a ball from obviously any side of the court, if we're returning a ball, we have a very big tendency to think, heck, I'm pretty far from that line. And I know we're supposed to return and come up to the net or the kitchen line. So we try to hit a return while we're basically running through it like this. And while it's not impossible to hit a good one, when you're trying to hit a nice deep return that lands within a couple feet of the baseline, the most important thing we do on the return is to get this baby here. Whether you're hitting in the middle to try to get your opponents to knock paddles or you're trying to pull somebody wide, the most important thing is the fact that it's deep. And you're gonna sacrifice the ability to hit it deep if you're too busy running through the ball at the same time. So even if you do hit it pure, there's a chance that it's not gonna be the depth that you want. So there's no need to be moving our feet while we're hitting it. The whole purpose of these things is to get us to the ball, in front of the ball, so that we can set and transfer our weight and hit the ball that way. So if we did the same shot, instead of running through the ball this way, that return was in but it was a little shallow, what I'd rather do is I'd rather come up to it, set, hit that deep, and then come in and be able to finish it from there. So that's totally fine to get up here in a hurry, just do it after we've hit the ball. So the other time that it happens a whole bunch is on third shots. As you can imagine, same thing, we're hitting third shot drops and we're thinking, I really want to get up there. But a couple things on this one, it's a little bit more specific, is if we go to hit a third shot drop and we start to run up afterwards, even if it's in, we might not necessarily want to follow it because we're increasing our risk of getting that ball smacked back at us really quickly. And speaking of risk, actually, give my office a call if you have any questions whatsoever about the market. I know there's a lot of fluctuations happening. It's a great time to have a free second opinion from a trusted resource as well. So give my office a call. Our info is linked down below. But here, when we're hitting a third shot drop, even if it goes in, which obviously it increases our risk of just hitting the darn net. So if we come to hit a third and we go like this, and we kind of try to come up, it's gonna be very hard to hit a perfect third. And even more importantly, and this is a little bit more advanced, but it's so simple. If it's not a very good third, you don't actually even want to be any closer to the kitchen line. Get that? Because now you're a sitting duck. So if you hit a third and it happens to be a little bit high, they're gonna take this ball out of the air. Plant your butt right here and get low and get ready for them to attack your feet. You would want to be further away from the kitchen line so that you have more time to react and try to hit it. So instead of running through our thirds, make sure it's a good one, but run up to the ball, we'll set, and then we'll drop it, and then we'll continue if it's a good one to follow as well. And the other sneaky one that it does too is we have a tendency, even on dinks, to move our feet too much. We think, hey, we're trying to be more athletic. We're taking your pickleball fitness program, and so we've got stronger cores, we have better mobility, we have better endurance. We love it, but it's not always a time to use our feet. So, meaning the whole point of our feet, again, is to be able to get us behind the ball so that we're stable and can hit it. Whether that's a dink, a volley, a drive, so be it. But if we don't have to take all these tiny steps to get there, why would we? Meaning, if I have a dink that's this way, instead of moving my feet and shuffling a whole bunch to be able to hit this, could I have done a little bit less for the same result? Could I have taken one step and then used that strong core from the pickleball fitness program to be able to stay on balance? So it does actually take a little bit more athleticism to be able to take our center of gravity basically out of just the middle line. So if we can lean this way, it takes some athleticism for sure, but it's something that we can definitely do, and we're gonna increase our ability to hit the center of the sweet spot when we're not taking all these shuffle steps. Because when we take these shuffle steps, our eyes are bouncing. And when our eyes are bouncing, again, it's harder to contact the sweet spot, even when we've got a big old one like the Roo Sports paddles. But if we move our feet, we're gonna move our feet and set and hit a nice consistent shot afterwards. So the thing that we have to stop doing is moving our feet way too darn much. It is great that you want to get to the kitchen line as fast as possible, but when you make a return, get to the ball, set, and then continue afterwards. When we're hitting a third shot drop, or even a third shot drive, we gotta make sure that it's a good one before we start to charge up, because if they're gonna hit this ball out of the air, we don't wanna be any closer, because it's gonna be harder to defend our feet from right here rather than being further back. When we're dinking, no need to take all these tiny steps if we can get there for less. If the ball's far away, take your steps, get there, set, and watch the ball contact the paddle. So thanks again for tuning into Roo Sports. I really appreciate you being here. Please hit the like, subscribe, and let us know what other videos that you want us to teach as well down in the comments below. So thanks again for tuning in. Next time you see us around, hop on in.